You want me to take call first and then the minutes?
My apologies. Go ahead. We'll roll call.
All right. Do we have our principal, Mrs. Washington? Dr. Register, has she made it? No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Okay. Mrs. Imani Swoop. We're here. Mrs. Esquire. Can see her. I am present. Mr. Mitchell.
Present.
Present. Mrs. Shauna Mitchell. Mrs. Ivanyu Love Stanley.
Present.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that.
Mrs. Holliday. Mrs. Ellis. And we do not have our student representatives today.
That is correct. Madam Principal, will you please hit record, please? If you haven't already.
Recording in progress.
Thank you. All right, so it sounds like we do have enough for a quorum of 6. Next on the list is our minutes from our last meeting.
All right, so last meeting we met on March 12th, and we started by approving the agenda as well as the previous minutes. And then we had several discussion items. We started with final budget recommendations for fiscal year 2027, with the budget finalized and with all staff positions maintained. And recruitment underway for a Korean language teacher, as well as for Ms. Stovall's replacement. Then we talked about new programs and course changes for 2026-2027, saying that there would still be 5 world languages offered at CSK, new courses added to enhance the STEM and arts offering, and some courses sunset due to funding constraints and strategic priorities. Then we talked about learning extensions and student support programs with multiple intervention programs in place to support academic growth. We talked about community partnerships secured for student support, as well as parent engagement initiatives that would be expanded. And then we talked about East Plus 2027 priorities. Top priorities identified were safety and security, innovation funding, printers, and nutritional snacks. We also talked about safety and security being emphasized due to loss of state grant funding, innovation funding needed to sustain programs currently supported by grants, and the vote scheduled for November. We had a cluster advisory team report. We mentioned that parents can access student data through APS Graphs portal, that the East Plus 2027 is critical for district capital planning through 2032, and that the cluster also prioritizes safety, security, and technology improvements. We talked about student travel opportunities and achievements with multiple international travel opportunities secured for students. The students have meanwhile traveled and have come back, and that we were going to provide CSK paraphernalia for the host gifts. And we talked about GoTeam membership and declarations with reminders sent to all members. And we also said that there were communication issues for Ms. Swoop that needed to be resolved, and new member candidates identified for upcoming votes. And we finished with our next steps.
All right, thank you, Madam Grund. I need a board member to make a motion that we accept the minutes as read.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
That's been properly motioned and second that we approve the minutes. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? And are there any abstaining? The motion carries. Next on the list is our principal's report. Ms. Washington, you have the floor. Muted, Principal Washington.
I think you're on mute.
Apologies. I was pulling up my presentation and I was saying, give me just a second. So I was muted. You didn't hear that. Let me say good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone has had a fantastic day. I am going to go ahead and share my screen and just talk about a little about where we are right now as far as closing out this school year. So if you will give me just a second to share. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Okay, good deal. So what you're seeing is our CCRPI game plan. We get started with testing on Monday. So we have been working feverishly all year to make sure that our students are able to demonstrate standards mastery. And in doing so, we conducted several PLCs for this semester as well as last semester, just to make sure that every staff member knows where we are with regards to CCRPI. And CCRPI is the acronym for College and Career Readiness Performance Index. And the components, there are 5 components of CCRPI. So we've shared in our faculty meetings, we've shared in our PLCs, we've shared in our coaches meetings, a review of what needs to happen in order for our children to go to the next level of learning and for our gaps to be bridged. Here you're seeing the breakdown of the 5 components that make up CCRPI, which is content mastery, closing gaps, progress, readiness, and graduation rate. Fortunately, we're well on the way to having a 100% graduation rate for the 8th year in a row. So CSK, give yourselves a big round of applause. Content mastery is what our focal point is right now. Content mastery is 30% of our overall CCRPI. So what we have done is we have identified every child by their achievement level, and we are working with children in a boot camp environment to make sure we're able to move children to the next band. The bands include a beginning level, developing, proficient, and distinguished. So what our focus is our focus right now is going to that next level. If children are still testing at a beginning level, our goal is to get them to developing and above. If they're developing, our goal is to get them to proficiency and above. So that's where we are as far as the achievement levels and the boot camp's impact. Can't get in? Okay, you can come and share with me. Ms. Register just walked in, so I'm just going to share with her. She's having some technical difficulties. Okay. All right. So you're seeing that what consists of our content mastery score, our EOG, EOG, and for middle school EOGs, and for high school EOCs. Then we have. We don't have physical science for high school. That's something we did away with several years ago. We don't have GAA students. So our EOGs for middle school consist of English, and it consists of ELA and math for 6th and 7th grade, ELA, math, science, and social studies for 8th grade students. And then for high school students, you're seeing, my apologies. For high school students, you're seeing the various contents that make up our calculations for the high school content mastery. So every content that you see here, every student that is engaged in this content is a part of a boot camp for this Thursday and Friday in preparation for testing on Monday. Something that was provided to our coaches and also share with our teachers is where we are right now. So the data that you see in green pretty much shows where our achievement score is if we were to test today. And what you're seeing is blue is where we need to be. And you're also seeing our closing gap score for algebra for this particular example. So where we are right now is in green. What our goal is in blue, which is exceeding where we are, and it's also exceeding the state's expectation for closing gaps. And that is information that's been broken down for every one of our contents. Here you're seeing the same information that's provided for middle school by achievement level. And also, we shared strategies for impact. So what we're doing every day is identifying standards that students have not mastered. And we're trying to address those areas of opportunity through Saturday school, through zero period, through after school tutorial, and of course, through our boot camp. So the boot camp that we're doing is actually focused on the current standards that have not been mastered, and children are receiving direct and explicit reteaching instruction for those. So strategy for impact number one is identifying standards that have not been mastered. Strategy for impact number two is tailoring instruction and targeting support. Number three, we're reteaching and reviewing. Number four, we're identifying standards with the greatest impact. So the standards with the greatest impact are those standards that we refer to as power standards. And students are getting direct and explicit instruction in a targeted supported environment to make sure they do master those standards. And students are also being assessed on DOK levels 2 and 3. DOK level is the acronym for depth of knowledge, and those are the levels that are more aligned to analysis and synthesis, which is also aligned to more critical thinking, which is where our children need to be. And then we're also working to make sure students are taking advantage of our extended learning opportunities. So here you see additional information regarding language arts, where we are currently and where we are trying to go as far as exceeding the state's expectations. High school language arts. So this information has been broken down for every one of our contents that are for the tested subjects. Information that is being sent out to our parents prior to testing, and that is through robocalls, is just some test taking tips and some things that we need our parents to support us in doing. That includes every student getting a good night's sleep, eating a hot, healthy breakfast in the morning before testing, arriving to school early, reading every question twice to maximize understanding, focusing on one question at a time, and using all allotted time. We also strongly encourage parents to come and be a part of our final boot camp this Saturday, where we want students to come in and just have another opportunity for reteaching and review. And also, we ask parents that they support us in ensuring every child has a fully charged device. And finally, I just want to give a big shout out to the Magnolia Links and to Ms. Tanya Ellis. On Saturday, we had our cotillion for our class of 2026, and when I tell you, the young ladies were beautiful. They did their little walk, their little strut, their little dance, and I could not back away the tears in my eyes. I was just so humbled and so grateful for the Magnolia Links and the way they pour into our Magnolia Stars. When I tell you, it was an event that they will always hold deeply in their hearts. They were beautiful. So to the Magnolia Links, we are grateful. We are truly humbled, and we thank you for all the support you have provided for. I've been here 10 years. This is my 10th year, and the Magnolia Links have been a part of the Siskiwala family since prior to my time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said, it was an evening that our young ladies will always remember.
Awesome job, and I agree. The pictures were awesome. Are there any questions for our principal and the principal's report?
Well, as far as I also want to share some additional items. One of the things on the agenda for the principal's report was spring map. Well, schools had the option of opting out of the spring map, and CSK was one of the schools that did that. And what we did in lieu of the spring map was we did unit assessments, and we took unit assessment data to determine what our children's achievement levels were. And that is the data we utilized to design our boot camp and our reteaching strategies, and also to identify which standards had not been mastered that needed to be retaught through direct and explicit instruction. Also, pulse check for the 26-27 school year. We are 100% staffed for the 26-27 school year. We have finalized the recommendation for our new Korean teacher. Her name is Ms. Lee. And I'm so excited about Ms. Lee coming because Ms. Lee teaches Korean and she also speaks Japanese. Yep. So we are truly, truly excited about the opportunity to have to remain a school with 5 different world languages. And I have also identified an area on the 3rd floor for Mrs. Lee. So all 5 world language teachers will be on the 3rd floor, and we are super, super excited about I'm just so excited about the opportunity. We now have 3 Asian of the Asian languages. We have Korean, we have Japanese, we have Chinese, we have French, we have Spanish, and we have a group of young ladies who were able to visit France and also Spain during the break, and they were truly, truly excited about the opportunity. I've spoken to several of them one-on-one, and they have all been amazed to the point where they had no words, like, Ms. Washington, oh my God. Oh my God. So I'm definitely more interested in traveling abroad. I've never left the United States and never had any desire. But as I talk to the children and see the impact that travel and those opportunities have had on them, I am more inclined to traveling abroad. I definitely want to go to France one day now. I want to see Japan. I want to go to China. I'm ready to roll, which means I need to get a passport. So
I was going to ask you, do you have a passport?
no, I don't have a passport. I go to work and I come home. Okay. So I'm excited, and it's all because of the opportunities that have been afforded to our young ladies here. I'm super excited, and I'm super excited for them, and I'm super humbled and grateful because we are just so blessed with so many opportunities. The cotillion, the opportunities to travel abroad, the scholarships, the way different organizations just pour into our babies, it's humbling. It's a very humbling experience, not to mention the fact that we have the right people here that also pour into our children and love our children like their very own. So, for you all, I am thankful, I'm grateful, I'm humbled. And that's all for me.
Thank you, Principal Washington. Again, does anybody have a question other than the passport for Principal Washington?
I would like to start a donation for Yolanda Washington's passport. There you go. Okay.
This is Imani Swoop just popping on, and I just wanted to piggyback off of Ms. Washington. As a parent, it was an absolutely 10 out of 10 experience for our daughter to travel to Spain. I mean, from start to finish, it was seamless. We felt safe. They did such a great job of constantly keeping us updated. It really was a great experience. So I hope that it's an opportunity that continues to be provided to the students, because really it is life shifting. It is, to say I traveled out of the country before 18 is quite an accomplishment. So just piggybacking off of that, amazing.
My goal is to travel out of the country before 60.
And we love that.
All right, next up, I think we're going to do our cluster report before we do our elections.
I actually apologize. I was out. I had an appointment on Tuesday during the cluster meeting, but I did reach out and they are going to send me an update. She's got some paperwork she's going to send me and a link to some information. So I'll have to just send that information out email to you all to make sure you have the updates.
Okay, thank you, Mitchell, for your update with us. Next is technically not the election. We're going to give the candidates an opportunity. As I'm looking, I think we only have one candidate who is actually here. Kimberly Lawrence, can you unmute yourself, please? If you would like to speak and tell us who your daughter is and anything, highlights of, so we know a little bit more about you.
Okay, hi, I'm Kimberly Lawrence. My daughter is 8th grader Delia Lee. She always speaks so highly of her teachers and the staff there, so I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to be a part of the CSK family, and I look forward to serving in any capacity should I be elected on the GO team. I do feel like it's a great place, wonderful for the community, and I just wanted to give my part to help promote all the wonderful things that are happening here at CSK.
Kimberly Lawrence, real quick, did the APS GO team, did they reach out to you or no? Was it just you know about this meeting because of me?
Correct. I knew about it because I got your message.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Next on the list are any announcements that I'm sorry. So the election actually closes tomorrow. So if you guys haven't already voted, please vote. I voted Monday, I believe. All right. The next up, are there any announcements that we need to have or share with our GO team?
But just Ms. Grun, if you would add Ms. Wilhelmina Register to as an attendee today, she is in here and she's listening with me. She just had some technical difficulties.
No, Principal Washington, do we have our prom date ready?
Yes.
Is it May 8th? Is that right? Prom is May 8th?
Yes.
May 8th.
Can you confirm? Yes, May 8th.
May 8th. Okay. May 1st is dinner en blanc and May 8th is the prom.
Prom. Counselor Ellison, are there any other dates that we need to share?
Graduation.
Graduation, okay. That's a late graduation, right? It's not in the morning.
May 20th, and it's 7 o'clock, yes.
7 o'clock. Do we know why they changed it or we don't have a clue?
Well, I did inquire because of the fact that we're usually early. And what I was told is that, some of the larger schools want to have a chance to do theirs up in the day. So they're just giving everyone an equal chance.
Okay, I'll let that slide. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, are there any other announcements before we adjourn our meeting? Madam Grunt, is there anything that I'm missing off the agenda?
Nope, all good. I was just going to add that we had the block party last week and it went really well. Yeah. But other than that, you've covered the agenda.
Okay, this will be our last GO team meeting for the school year. The next time we meet, it will be the school year of 2026-2027. So I would like to tell everybody, thank you. I want everybody to have a safe summer and spring and can't wait to get back in 2026-2027. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you. Thank you, everyone.
Love you guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you,
you in
Ms.
Japan,
Stanley.
Miss Washington.
Take care.